Okay, all of you can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in last class, what we have discussed is the stiffness method applied to single degree of problem, that is the kinematic degrees of indeterminacy for the problem. I'll quickly go through it in 5 minutes, what we have discussed in last class. I hope all of you have understood. Okay. So this was the problem that we have discussed. This is the prop cantilever beam subjected to external load, and to apply the stiffness method, the first step of our analysis is to restrain the structure. Restrain meaning you have to, of course, first you have to identify how many kinematic degrees of indeterminacy. So in this structure, the kinematic degrees of indeterminacy is
1.
1, right? That is a rotation at support B. And the first step of the analysis, we have made the we have to make the structure kinematically determinate by introducing the support, support to make that kinematic variable 0. So if theta b here, I know in the original beam theta b is there, I have to make theta b 0 in such a way. We have to introduce the support, that is a fixed support that we have introduced here for restraint, and this structure is called as restraint structure. We are restraining the joint. Basically joint B is being restrained. So by restraining this joint, we can analyze this. I told you the moment will be produced under the external load is kept as it is, and we can calculate this moment AB in the clockwise direction. And this moment that we have written from the table, I told you how to use table, how to use data that we will be using frequently. I already shared the big book with you. You can check, you can keep the table in front of you all the time. Because whenever I say, okay, MB is WL square by 12, nobody should have question kahan se aaye. This is simply taken from the table. In the next step, what we have done in the stiffness method, next step of analysis is we have to release the joint, because in original beam there is no such fixed reactive moment. This support is actually have the rotation. So we apply equal and opposite direction the moment, that is MB, by rotating this joint B, allowing it to displace, and then we establish a relation between this moment and rotation. Please understand, first, this step, the moment will be related to the loading. You know, this moment is related to the loading. You can check the equation 1. This moment is related with the external loading. But next step, you remove the external load, because we have already taken care of the moment because of the external load. In the next step, you have to apply the, you remove the load and allow that joint to deform as unit value. Like unit value theta b, we have written equation in the form of theta b, but I have also discussed that stiffness, we can call this stiffness if theta b is equal to 1, and we can write our equation accordingly. So please understand, at this step which is being highlighted, the moment which is applied in anti-clockwise direction in opposite to this. Now, since this is a single kinematic degree problem, we have written, you know, as per our understanding, the clockwise and anti-clockwise. But later on, when we solve the multi-span problem, we will fix up one sign convention, that is anti-clockwise. All anti-clockwise moments are positive. Now, if in reality, if it is negative, then we will have the negative value to add. So nothing wrong in assuming that all moments are acting in the clockwise direction, which I am considering as positive. And later on, I can put the values, whatever values are coming, it may be negative or positive. So if it comes negative, then I know, okay, in reality, it was actually clockwise, but not anti-clockwise, something like that. So we can assume so. And about forces also, we can assume the same way, the vertical forces as positive. So as and when we solve the examples, we will come to know that how things move forward. So please understand here what I am trying to discuss is M is related with theta. This MB is applied in anti-clockwise direction in opposite of this moment, and because of the unit deformation, unit rotation, and we have to write equation which relates MB and theta B. And this is a famous equation. All of you know that this is called as near end of the beam, and this is called as far end of the beam. This terminology we have used in slope deflection and moment distribution method also. And all of you know from the slope deflection equation that if you apply the couples at the end, how the moments and theta, the slope and deflection relations are being, related with each other. So this is of course, but you can refer table. If somebody is still having confusion, you simply use table and follow the right equation, follow the right sign convention. Suppose I want to write the moment here, then it will be 2 ei by l, 2 ei by into theta by l. That is a far end moment, and this near end moment is always 4 ei by l into theta p. So this diagram shows, okay, I can make theta b unit. Then you can write, in terms of stiffness coefficient, and both the equation, basically finally what we have done, we have added this. We have added all the moment here. And that addition of moment is sigma m is actually nothing but equilibrium equations. And this is in opposite to the flexibility method, because there we are writing compatibility equation. We are applying superposition for calculating deflections or rotations. There we have added like theta b dash, theta b double dash, something like that. But here we are going to add the moments, or in some cases we will be adding the forces also. That type of example we'll see. So that is nothing but equilibrium equation, and we can finally get our answer by writing this equation by stiffness equation. You have equated this and you finally get theta b. So what is our objective in all the examples? We have to apply stiffness method for solving our problem and determine the unknown joint rotations and displacement. That is our objective. And later on we will pick up the problem, which is the later calculation to calculate the reactions. You also need to have this information of the reaction also along with displacement and rotation, because finally if you want to plot the bending moment shear force diagram, you are required support. When you know support reaction, support moments, you can calculate what is the moment within the span if I know the reactions at the support. And also we get our direct unknown, which are displacement or rotations. So now we will switch over to the next problem. If anyone has any doubt in this, they can still ask me. I think I have shared with you everything, whatever happened in last class. And also I send you assignment. So assignment is not related with problems, but it is related with, you have to calculate. Basically, you have to write stiffness equations, flexibility equations, the basically physical interpretation of the stiffness and flexibility equations. And also there are a couple of exercises for calculating deflection using table. Basically, I've seen students finding difficulty in, even if table is in front of you, you are not able to understand what formula to take and what quantity to take. So that is a practice that all of you have to do. Second exercises were related to determine the kinematic degrees of indeterminacy only for beam problem. Please understand, only I have given you exercise only for beam, but Jagat sir will also give you exercises based on that. It is related with trusses and frames and all those things. But As and when we will solve problem, I will also be discussing the same point frequently, because this is really a fundamental thing. So now we switch over to the 2 degrees of freedom, kinematic degrees, multi-span beam. And there are variety of examples, but we'll pick up in today's class, which is a little bit simple, not very difficult. So if anyone has any questions, anything, please, you can ask me in this. So I hope all of you have understood. Okay, please find this problem, which is shown is a 2-span beam. One end is fixed, other end is roller B, and third support, which is roller support C. So I want all of you to understand, for this problem, how many kinematic degrees of indeterminacy is there?
2.
2. What are those?
Theta B and theta C.
Yes, very good. So kinematic degrees of indeterminacy is theta B and theta C.